2 years since I took a break from YouTube, and I feel almost guilty. Well, okay, I should feel guilty, period, but I do feel guilty. But there's been a lot going on, and there's been a lot for you guys to understand. I do want to make this channel active again. I want to make this channel how it used to be. I used to do looks every week, and I used to always try something new. I used to stay on my creative side, and I think I kind of got away from that, so I want to really get back to that. So this look today was inspired by me. If you've been watching my videos, you know I love a nice bronzy look with a matte lip, with a matte nude lip. And I just wanted to give you guys an interpretation of my work 2 years from what you guys used to see. Anyways, thank you guys for always sticking around. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for clicking on this video. I hope you like it. And thumbs up if you like it. Share if you like it. And also follow me on Instagram. I will have some pictures of this look. And let me know. So as you can see, I've already done my eyebrows off camera. If you do want to see a brow tutorial, just go ahead and put that. I'll put a different video. But I'm using a white-based Maybelline in the color Fair concealer, so I could use that as a prime, so I could have something to put my eyeshadow on top, so it could look better. Then I'm going to use my Laura Mercier to set that, because anytime you use cream on your face, you want to set that with a powder, so you don't have any creases, or it gets dewy, or if you're oily, it'll mess up. So I'm going to go in my Juvia's palette, and I'm going to work into my transition color, and I'm using a brown shade. I will get the name for you guys later. Everything will be down in the description box, so if you want to know the shades, I will do that. So I'm going to keep blending that color into my crease. I will tell you guys which palettes I am using. I am using the Juvia's Place palette, and I'm going to keep blending into my transition color. I'm using a blending brush so that I could get that right. And you also want to go, I have a lot of lid space, so I have to actually create my crease. But if you already know where your crease is at, just apply your transition color on your crease and then blend it upward. So now I'm going to go ahead and use a darker plum color also in the palette, and I'm going to be using that to start defining my crease a little more, because I will be cutting it and I'm going for a more darker. I love a bronzy look, of course, but you also want to add some depth into it, and that's what I'm doing. So now I'm using an orange eyeshadow. It's like an orangey brown, and I'm using that to blend that orangey red and the burgundy brown, whatever. So anyways, I'm cutting my crease. I use the same concealer I used in the beginning, the Maybelline in the color Fair. I use a angled brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I do it. So basically, I start at the beginning of my eyes, and I actually try to find out where my crease is, because like I said, I don't have a crease. I already have a pre-made crease, but it's too tiny, if you can see. So I just go ahead and create my crease. You just want to make sure you have a smooth application, and you use a brush that is very angled, so you could do it in one sitting. So I'm going to make sure I go back and forth, check it out, and make sure that it's even with the other eye, and finish any smoky. I'm very perfectionist when it comes to my cut crease. So I'm using that Laura Mercier powder again, remember? So I'm using that Laura Mercier powder so that I could set my crease, because the cut crease, because it is made out of a cream or a liquid concealer. I'm using this it's almost like a bronzy gold shade, also from the Juvia's palette, and I added a little bit of gold onto it because I felt like it was too dark. So now I'm going to be using this glitter. I'm going to be taking a liquid liner to apply my glitter. That's what I do, so it's easier and it goes on faster. So to just go ahead and fix that, I'm going to use that dark burgundy color I used earlier, and I'm going to reapply that on my crease to have a seamless blend in between the glitter and the shadows and everything else. I'm also going to go back with that orangey color and go right on top of my crease and blend out everything that I feel like should be a little bit more defined. So I'm gonna really do this fast because the eyeliner I was using was running out, so I had to really dig in there. But it's the Wet n Wild eyeliner, and I already did put my lashes offline as well. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Maybelline foundation in the matte, and it's going to be in the color Coconut. I love this color. I have been looking for a color that's literally the same shade as me, and I feel like this is as close as I will ever get. If you guys do know somebody who uses Coconut and they have like a higher brand of foundation that they use, because I want like a better brand, let me know what shade is similar to Coconut and Maybelline. But anyways, I'm using a foundation brush. I do not use sponges. I don't like using sponges because I feel like it takes out too much of the product. So I'm going in my concealer, and this concealer is Warm Honey. I do mix my concealers, and it's by the LA Girl, of course. That's like the drugstore hell concealer. Like that concealer is everything. I'm using Toffee in the outside, and I'm using Warm Honey in the inside. So the one I'm using on the outside and on my chin is Toffee, and then in the inside corner I use Warm Honey. So I'm going to go ahead and blend that, and with my concealer blending brush, like I said, I do not use sponges. So I'm just going to make sure that's blended well into my skin. It gives me a seamless application and get my T-zone and everything. So to set my concealer, you always want to make sure you bake or say concealer. You don't necessarily have to bake because not everybody needs to bake, especially if you have dry skin. You shouldn't bake for long, but I bake forever. So if you realize, I am baking with the Sacha Buttercup mixed with Laura Mercier. I mix them both because I get a better color out of that. So now I'm using my MAC NC45 to set my foundation, because remember, my foundation was made out of liquid and I don't want it to run everywhere. And I'm going to contour on top of it, and I don't want it to blend out horribly. So to contour, I'm using a reddish brown color. I do not like gray undertone contours. If you're my friend, do not ever get me a gray undertone contour. Like a gray undertone, I don't know what I'm saying. A gray undertone contour looks very harsh and it doesn't blend out too well. But if you get something red or orange undertone, it looks more skin. It looks better. So for my nose, I'm using a orange undertone, and for my cheeks, I use a red undertone. For under my eyes, I'm using that same dark burgundy to smoke out the bottom. And now I'm gonna be unbaking, so I'm taking the baking off. I do bake while I finish up my makeup, while I contour and everything, and then after that I take it off. I just use my Real Technique blending brush to do that, and I'm just gonna blend out everywhere. So for my lips, I'm using Hot Cocoa, and my NYX lip liner is almost done. It's obviously my like holy grail, and I'm gonna make sure I don't overdraw my lips because I already have big lips. And now I'm using this Tarte shade. It's a Tarte matte lipstick. I don't remember the name. I will put it in the description below because this is a voiceover, and honestly, when I do my voiceover, I'm nowhere near my room or anywhere near my makeup. For my highlight, I am using that Maybelline strobing highlight. I mean, that highlight is everything, and you guys already know how I feel about highlight. If it's not shining 1,000 miles away, then I will not walk out the house. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my face. I did set my face with Fix Plus. You don't have to. And I did go back over on my face with my MAC NC45. And I am done, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for always letting me know how y'all really feel about my makeup. And I will be posting another look next week, so stay tuned for that. Highlight will always be popping, and I hope you guys enjoy this look. Bye, thank you, and I'll see you in my next video.